Hi, my name is Abby Lynch, and I'm the Teen Services Librarian here at the Brookfield Library, back for another week of Teen Book Talks. This week we are doing long books 500 pages or over, or in a couple of instances like 490 pages and over, because I needed a little help finding some longer books here. I did a video on short books a couple of weeks ago of books under 200 pages, so you can check that out if long books are not for you. But all the books today are quite substantial. I actually usually have one stack of books in front of me, and I stacked them in two stacks because they're all big. As always, you can find these books in person here at the library. You can place holds online at www.brookfieldlibrary.org, or you can call us at 203-775-6241 and we can help put something on hold or check something out for curbside pickup. Let's get started. The first book today is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Zélie Adebola remembers when the soil of Orisha hummed with magic. Burners ignited flames, tiders beckoned waves, and Zélie's reaper mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed the night magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, magi were killed, leaving Zélie without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zélie has one chance to bring back magic and strike against the monarchy. With the help of a rogue princess, Zélie must outwit and outrun the crown prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks in Orisha, where snow lepanaires prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters. Yet the greatest danger may be Zélie herself, as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for an enemy. So, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi is the first in the series. We also have the second book here at the library if you end up liking it, and it is also a very long book. So that's Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Next up we have another fantasy, Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories or childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill seems like the perfect escape, until Bree witnesses a magical attack on her very first night on campus, a flying demon feeding on human energies. A secret society of so-called Legendborn students that hunt the creatures down. And a mysterious teenage mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. The mage's failure unlocks Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory with a hidden connection. The night her mother died, another Merlin was at the hospital. Now that Bree knows there's more to her mother's death than what's on the police report, she'll do whatever it takes to find out the truth, even if that means infiltrating the Legendborn as one of their initiates. She recruits Nick, a self-exiled Legendborn, with his own grudge against the group, and their reluctant partnership pulls them deeper into the society's secrets and closer to each other. But when the Legendborn reveal themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and explain that a magical war is coming, Bree has to decide how far she'll go for the truth, and whether she could use her magic to take the society down or join the fight. So that's Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. Next up we have A Peculiar Peril by VanderMeer. After Jonathan Lambshead's elusive grandfather dies, the recently orphaned teenager inherits the family mansion and its contents. Jonathan soon discovers that the mansion's basement holds more than just oddities. 3 doors serve as portals, with one leading to an alt-Earth called Aurora, where magic abounds, history has been rewritten, and an occult dictator called Aleister Crowley leads an army pillaging alt-Europe. Jonathan learns of his destiny as a member of the Order, a secret society devoted to keeping our world separate from Aurora, and embarks on an epic quest to protect Earth from Crowley's dark magic. Over the course of the duology, Jonathan uncovers more of the worlds outside of our own, the magic that permeates them, his own destiny, and the secrets buried in his family history. So that's another fantasy one there, A Peculiar Peril by VanderMeer. All right, now we're moving out of the world of fantasy and into historical fiction and adventure with The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzi Lee. Henry Montague was born and bred to be a gentleman, but he was never one to be tamed. The finest boarding schools in England and the constant disapproval of his father haven't been able to curb any of his roguish passions, not for gambling halls, late nights spent with a bottle of spirits, or waking up in the arms of women or men. But as Monty embarks on his grand tour of Europe, his quest for a life filled with pleasure and vice is in danger of coming to an end. Not only does his father expect him to take over the family's estate upon his return, but Monty is also nursing an impossible crush on his best friend and traveling companion, Percy. Still, it isn't in Monty's nature to give up. Even with his younger sister, Felicity, in tow, he vows to make this year-long escapade one last hedonistic hurrah and flirt with Percy from Paris to Rome. But when one of Monty's reckless decisions turns their trip abroad into a harrowing manhunt across the spans of Europe, it calls into question everything he knows, including his relationship with the boy he adores. So that's The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzi Lee. This one's also the first book in a series, and we also have the second book available to you. Another big second book in the series too. Next we have Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley, which is more in the suspense and mystery genre. As a biracial, unenrolled tribal member and the product of a scandal, 18-year-old Deonn Fontaine has never quite fit in, both in her hometown and on the nearby Ojibwe reservation. Deonn dreams of studying medicine, but when her family is struck by tragedy, she puts her future on hold to care for her fragile mother. The only bright spot is meeting Jamie, the charming new recruit on her brother Levi's hockey team. Yet even as Deonn falls for Jamie, certain details don't add up, and she senses the dashing hockey star is hiding something. Everything comes to light when Deonn witnesses a shocking murder, thrusting her into the heart of a criminal investigation. Reluctantly, Deonn agrees to go undercover, but secretly pursues her own investigation, tracking down the criminals with her knowledge of chemistry and traditional medicine. But the deceptions and deaths keep piling up, and soon the threat strikes too close to home. Now Deonn must learn what it means to be a strong Anishinaabe Kwe, Ojibwe woman, and how far she'll go to protect her community, even if it tears apart the only world she's ever known. That's Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. Alright, last up we have some contemporary realistic fiction. The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. Andy had it all planned out. When you are a politician's daughter who's pretty much raised yourself, you learn everything can be planned or spun, or both, especially your future. Important internship? Check. Amazing friends? Check. Guys? Check. As long as we're talking no more than 3 weeks. But that was before the scandal, before having to be in the same house with her dad, before walking an insane number of dogs. That was before Clark and those few months that might change her whole life. Because here's the thing, if everything's planned out, you can never find the unexpected. And where's the fun in that? So that's The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. So I hope that there was a book here that you're interested in. If 500 plus page books are not your thing, feel free to check out some of the other videos, or you can always request a personalized reading list on our website at brookfieldlibrary.org. Until next time, I hope you have a great week.